This is Stand by Sly and the Family Stone. Let's talk records. Sylvester Stewart, later known as Sly Stone, grew up in Vallejo on the East Bay of California. He came from a very Christian family that belonged to the Church of God in Christ. He became very interested in music early on, performing gospel music with his siblings, Freddie, Rose, and Loretta Stewart as the Stewart Four. Sylvester was recognized as a musical prodigy early on, mastering many instruments like the guitar, bass, and keyboards at the tender age of 7. He got the nickname Sly because a friend in grade school misspelled his name like SLY Vester. When he was 16, Sly had a band called the Webs that integrated with another band called the Viscounts. This doo-wop group was composed of interracial and intergender members. Filipino member, Stone, and 2 white boys and 2 white girls. They were called the Viscanes. They released some now super rare 45s in the early 60s that had some success in the Bay Area. In the mid-60s, Sly was a disc jockey for KSOL-AM radio in the San Mateo area of San Francisco and led the station into playing more soul music as well as coining the name K-Soul. He also included rock bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones on his repertoire while on air. At the same time, he was also working as a staff producer for Autumn Records, producing acts like Bobby Freeman, the Beau Brummels, the Mojo Man, and others. Around the same time, Sly played keyboards for the Ronettes, the Righteous Brothers, Marvin Gaye, Jan and Dina, and others. He had a band called Sly and the Stoners with Cynthia Robinson on trumpet. Meanwhile, his brother Freddie had a band called Freddie and the Stone Souls with drummer Greg Errico and saxophonist Jerry Martini, who were both white. The two came together and merged into one band that became a multiracial, multi-gender group. After this, they added another musical prodigy, Larry Graham. They signed with Epic Records in 1967 and released their debut album, A Whole New Thing, on that same year, which received lukewarm reviews and it did not do so well. Their second album, however, Dance to the Music, did a lot better, reaching number 9 on the R&B albums chart, and the title track reaching number 8 on the pop singles chart. His sister Rose joined the band by this time on keyboards and vocals. Their next album, Live, released later that same year, did not fare as well, and it was a commercial disappointment. Epic and CBS president Clive Davis advised Stone to try a more pop approach while still maintaining the meaningful edgy funk that Sly had been interested in as of late. Everyday People was the first single released ahead of the album on November 30th, 1968. The song talks about people of all races coming together at peace. His sister Rose sings her parts like the classic children's taunt, 5 little monkeys swinging from a tree, to show the absurdity of hate. The single was a huge hit, reaching number 1 on the pop singles chart where it stayed for 2 weeks, and also number 1 on the R&B chart. It has since been called one of the best songs of all time. Sing a Simple Song is on the B-side, which is also one of Sly and the Family Stone's most recognizable songs, and it reached number 89 on the chart. Stand by Sly and the Family Stone was released May 3rd, 1969 on Epic Records. The album became the first high watermark for the band until then, and it reached number 13 on the top LPs chart. The title track with I Want to Take You Higher as the B-side was released next in March of 1969. The song Stand reached number 22 on the singles chart. I Want to Take You Higher reached number 38. You may call this period the halcyon days of a legendary band that broke barriers and that was just getting started to show what they were capable of with a genius leader, Sly Stone, before dark days of erratic behavior and substance abuse that would make the band implode. Stand by Sly and the Family Stone has been certified platinum for selling over 1 million copies. It has been called one of the best albums of all time. Rolling Stone magazine ranked the album number 118 on the 500 greatest albums of all time list in 2003 and 121 in 2012. In the 2020 edition, it was ranked 119. Stand was added to the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2015. The Library of Congress added the album to the National Recording Registry in 2015.